estimates. It'll be, and then at any time ask any questions. There'll be a lot of review. It's going to be up on that screen, but tonight's agenda, we'll just a quick review of the challenges, the solutions, outcomes, and then the action plan to move forward. So we'll move to the challenges as we had talked about in the past. Working with Sydney in the past, we noticed the overall water and sewer revenue was trending down. Was asked to take a look at it. We pinpointed it into the commercial meters. Your commercial meters are they're about 45% inaccurate, and translate that into a dollar amount, you're losing about $250,000 per year in just the commercial water meters because the meters are failing. So all that has been the whole time. Since we last met, we went out with David and Keith, and we looked around and did our final estimates. And we also picked up, we also understand that there's a, okay, so it's the other one. That's right. So also there is a, you have a sulfur taste in your water, and that is due to the bacteria that's in the distribution, and that is causing some high TTHMs level because of the amount of chemical that you're trying to kill the bacteria with. And then also, what we also noticed was that that Keith had brought up was about 90% of your valves have calcified. So if there's work to do, you have to do it high, which is a challenge, and that you guys are putting a little bit of money every year in the budget to handle that. So some potential solutions out there would be as we had said in the past, is to replace every 2-inch meter that you have, 2-inch meter and above. We're going to connect that to a radio, so you no longer have to go out and read the meters, hit a button, and it'll report back. All that information will come in. The clients will have a customer portal that they can see that their water trends, when they're using the water. They'll get a notification if there's a leak and all that good stuff. So instead of being reactive, you can be very proactive. The bicarbonate on there, that is a solution that will basically provide the city with bottled water, quality water. Because what it's going to do is essentially going to descale all the pipes. So all the bacteria and germs that are in there will be gone. And what that will allow you to do is to use a lot less chlorine. So you can put in 1 part chlorine here, at the front, and you'll get 1 part chlorine at the end. So you don't have to use as much chemical as you're using today. So there will be a significant savings in your chemical budget too. And the reason why you don't have to use that much chlorine is because there's no germs and bacteria in the pipes to eat it up. The other benefit, long-term benefit, is that stuff right now is, that scale is actually eating the pipe. It's looking for food, eating the pipe. So if there's no scale, your long-term leaks will go down because there's nothing in there that's eating the pipes, looking for food. The other benefit would be is over time, you'll probably see a lot of those valves decalcify. It'll decalcify the valves. So that'll be interesting to see. And so really, not much has changed on the numbers. Nothing has changed on the numbers. To replace all the commercial meters is about $650,000. If you were to put that on a lease option for 5 years, it'd be about $150,000 a year. So that's the payment, and in return, you get back $250,000 in water and sewer revenue, in additional water sewer revenue. Plus, you would get chemical savings, and those are pretty significant when we look at those. So really, the outcomes is, at the end of the day, once the meters are paid for, it's a positive cash flow of $1.87 million. We'll have the network set up, so if eventually you want to move the residential meters there, they can go there. You can put a skate on it. There's lots of things that you can put on that network. It's not just for water meters. So that helps you future-proof. And then the big thing too is you will have bottled water, quality water out here. The action plan from here would be is to approve the project. I know you guys had mentioned that you're going to look for a CO, so some kind of financing. Or the project would take a couple months. We've already worked with David. We've turned in the application to TCEQ for the bike harvest. They just want to know, it's already TCEQ approved, they just want to know where the tank's going to be to distribute it. And so that takes about 60 days at the fastest. So we're about 25 days deep into that. But other than that, all the meters are local, so there's not a big wait time. So just a couple months to turnkey the process of the project. That's my presentation. Any questions?
I have a question. Like, you're saying that y'all are gonna do, how long is it gonna, is it guaranteed, the job that you say y'all are thinking of doing?
Is it
Guaranteed.
So, yeah, so it's a turnkey job, so it's not gonna, the price is not gonna change. We can do that scope for that price. That is guaranteed. As far as guaranteeing the $250, the revenue back, is that what you're asking? Or,
No, I'm asking if it's gonna last.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's a great question. So those meters are guaranteed accurate from the manufacturer for 20 years. The other, so that's great. But the other great part about it is this manufacturer, Zener, has a battery that can be replaced. Most of these ultrasonic meters have the batteries inside. Once the battery dies, the whole meter goes. So a battery is $10. So these meters should last 20 plus years.
Or would like our employees be able to replace it, or we would have to contact somebody from the
No,
company?
you guys can replace it. Yeah. And they're located in parts shops all over Texas, so it's not like you're waiting for a battery to be built overseas.
Any questions from the council?
I have a question. Go ahead. My question is, I guess, are there other cities currently using this technology
Yes,
as we
ma'am.
speak?
Mhm.
Yes, okay. And then cities with similar infrastructure, I know our infrastructure is old here in Floresville, so I just want to know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we just Stockdale, right down the road, Brazoria that has the pipes are old and brittle. So yeah, it works. There's not many new pipes in town or in Texas.
Okay.
Just now.
And then, I guess, are there any environmental implications of using the compound? Like, does it affect downstream water quality?
No, actually, it is not toxic. So I mean, so in theory, if you spill what you're putting in now into the water, if you spill chlorine, we all have to get it in a hazmat suit to pick it up. This stuff you can drink direct.
Okay.
And it's not, yeah, safe.
Okay, and then I guess, so there's no risk or of overuse or unintended?
No,
Okay.
no.
Got it.
And it's very diluted, and so it's about a gallon every 100,000 gallons, and it's 1 part per million. So it's very diluted. So basically what it's doing is, it is cutting off the communication of microbes. So what they do in your pipes is they get in there and they build themselves a fort, and to protect themselves from the chlorine and the other chemicals, ammonia and phosphates. What this thing does, it cuts off all the communication, so it can't protect itself. So then it lets the chlorine actually come in and do its job and kill it.
Got it. Thank you.
How long have y'all been using this, have y'all been doing this? How old is it?
By Carver's is 20 plus years old. So it's actually, it first started out in the DoD, the Department of Defense, and it was to protect soldiers from anthrax and sarin gas and all that good stuff. And then the University of Houston has a program, the College of Engineering, that they have a program where they're trying to figure out how Texas is going to overcome the 30% water shortfall by 2070. And so they took bicarb, and they had been researching it for 3 years, mostly up East Texas, up 59. So there's been a lot of research done on it. TCQ took it to 7 places, and that's where the gentleman got his patent. They took it to Timpson, Texas, was one of the first places. Timpson, Texas, for 38 years had sent out postcards every 90 days saying, "Don't drink the water." And so that was the first place they took it up there to help up there. So yeah, it's been studied by UVH and approved by TCU.
Is it possible for you to share a list of the cities that?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Yes.
And what we can do here too is you can just try it out for 60 days. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Or, if you're not getting the results you want, just try it out.
Go ahead. Yes, I may. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jones, for the update to your presentation. I do want to piggyback off what you were saying about the study. So last week, many of us attended our arcade conference, and I'd like to thank Keith and our staff for attending as well. And David, thank you, because they heard the same information. We actually heard the presentation from the professor, you remember his name?
Yeah,
Chris.
Yep.
Chris from the University of Houston, and he actually was talking about how he drank that product.
Yeah, you can drink it.
And he actually got better from whatever he was suffering from, the flu or whatever he had at the time. So as a follow-up to that, Ms. Villies, he was asking for some data from cities to improve on his studies. So I would like for the city to forward him any of our data that he may need to help, because I think it's crucial that we're focusing on, of course, the financial piece of the meters, but also the water quality. That's something residents have been talking about and asking about for years. And if this is the one opportunity that we have to be able to improve water quality for everyone, I think we should go for it and take it. Because if we don't do it, other cities are going to do it and we'll be left behind.
Yeah, Nixon's going to do it, and the big chicken plant did a study on it, so they like it too.
Especially with the, all of the talk about the water shortage that the state is predicting. I think, it's very crucial to have water to begin with, but then also to make sure that quality is drinkable water. So thank you, and I want to thank staff for working with you, and thank you for actually sitting down with our staff members and getting to know the needs of our cities and curtailing this project specific to us, not just a copy and paste of every other city, but this is very specific to the needs of Floresville. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jimenez, for saying that. But I would actually need that information.
Sure,
I
absolutely.
would appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And I have one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
And I noticed your presentation said it was specific to, commercial, right? Like commercial. So I guess, could this solution be scaled for residential?
Sure, yes, okay. So the reason why, so if you just look at it as financial, the payback is in the commercial meters. The way y'all do the way that y'all do your water rates, water and sewer rates, there's not a whole bunch of payback in the residential. However, the residential meters are back. So when we came out to look, there was a number that, what was it, 40 or 70 that wasn't even reporting. So they're not in great shape, but just because so the commercial meters, there's a payback of about $250,000. I believe the residentials, it was like 10 grand. You know,
Got it.
and it would be more expensive than the commercial too, because there's a lot more.
What about future developments?
Sure, I mean, I would add this center meter and put it on the, put a radio on it and put it on the antenna. Yes, ma'am. Or, yeah, and then as you replace your current residential meters, don't go by, put a center in there and report it up.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And also, yeah, well, the residentials are very important to me. I would definitely see if we could get some for the residential as well.
Oh, sure, I mean, we can do that.
Okay, moving on, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Moving on to music in the park.
Good evening, Mayor,
Thank you.
council members, and staff. My name is Veronica Barbaros-Stubbs. I am the event director for the Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to present Music in the Park event. This is a pilot project to gauge how well the community will receive and support this type of event. This pilot will provide valuable insight into whether we should plan a full-month concert series next year in 2026. This is a joint effort with the Chamber of Commerce, FEDC, the City of Floresville, and the 4A Corporation. The Music in the Park will be in memory of Gerard Jimenez, and it will be held on Saturday, November the 8th, from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Floresville Event Center Amphitheater. The live music will be provided by or performed by April Fall Trio Band, and we will also have golden tickets that will go out to about 10 businesses within the community. These golden tickets, about 15 tickets will go to about 10 businesses, and they will be free to the community, one per person, and they will be provided 2 weeks before the concert. And we are working to engage with the businesses as well as the community. Do you have any questions at this time?
Yes, Veronica?
Yes.
Well, the whole thing is going to be free, but we have special seating for the ones that have the ticket, right?
Yes, we will have special seating for the family of the Jimenez family, and we will also have special seating and special parking for those who have the golden ticket.
But everything is,
Everything is free. Yes, everything is free. And again, this is a pilot project.
Thank you.
Okay, any questions from anyone? Thank you.
Moving on to item D, 4D, interview process of the city manager's position. Ms. Walker?
So Mayor, excuse me, we're going to be moving forward with the hiring process with the committee. We have 8 committee members, and I've reached out to all. I have 4 that responded, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward with scheduling the meeting for next Tuesday, so we can get the process started. The purpose of this committee is an advisory role only. So they will review all the applications. We received 31 applications. So they will review all 31 applications. They will fill out a matrix for each one for you. Once they have filled out the matrix for each applicant, they will go back and review and select their finalist for you. Once that is done, I will gather the information and put it all together and have it ready for you to review. I hope that we are able to go through all the applicants in 2 meetings with them. And then that way we can get started with your process. At that time, you will receive all the applications for your review, and then we will schedule a meeting. Of course, you will need to review the applications in executive session at a meeting. So at that time, we'll schedule that.
Okay, thank you, Margaret, for everything you're doing, all of y'all, for moving on with this project. Do I have anyone up here that wants to ask any questions? No?
I have a question. You're saying that we won't get the applications ourselves till after the community sees them?
No, I'm working on the book, on getting the book together for you as well as the committee. So I'm hoping to have it all done by tomorrow. If I do, I will send out a message for you and leave the book in your box to pick up.
Because that'll give us time to also kind of look at it, because then it'll take us more time
Yes.
to review them, and I'd rather, even though they're reviewing them, but at the same time, we're doing our homework.
Yes.
Thank you.
Margaret, clarification, we're not able to take that information from City Hall, right?
No,
That information stays here.
it'll stay here.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Margaret, what is the timeline? What are you proposing, I guess, for the recruitment, hiring, including our process? What do you see as the timeline?
I actually don't see you hiring until possibly January, February, and only because for the months of October, November, and December, you only have 1 meeting. So,
Could we have a special meeting?
Yeah.
I would prefer having a special meeting and doing it by the end of the year at least. It's already been a year in December.
And Mayor and Council, that would be up to you all. I need to members to decide. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, moving on to new business. Item B, consideration and action to approve proclamation 2025-016, domestic violence awareness.
Hi, I'm Bobby Joe with Driving Rights Crisis Center, delivering the proclamation for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas the crime of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy and dignity, security, and humanity due to systematic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control, and/or abuse, including abuse to children and the elderly. And whereas the problems of domestic violence are not confined to any group or groups of people, but cut across all economic, racial, and societal barriers, and are supported by societal indifferences. And whereas the impact of domestic violence is wide-ranging, directly affecting individuals and society as a whole. Here in this community, Thriving Rush Crisis Center, formerly Guadalupe Valley Family Violence Shelter, answered 1,182 crisis calls and provided 6,897 services to survivors from September 2024 to August 2025. And whereas women are not only targets, men, young children, and the elderly are also victims, and sadly, emotional scars are often permanent, and domestic violence costs United States companies at least $3.5 billion in lost work time, increased healthcare costs, higher turnover, and lower productivity. And whereas it is battered women themselves who have been in the forefront of efforts to bring peace and equality to the home.
Now therefore, I, Gloria Morales Cantu, Mayor of the City of Floresville, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and call all citizens, community agencies, religious organizations, medical facilities, and businesses to increase their participation in an effort to prevent domestic violence, thereby strengthening the communities in which we live. Presented this 25th day of September 2025. Thank you so much. With that said, do I have any comments from the citizens or the council? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mayor. Make a motion for consideration and action to approve Proclamation 2025-016, Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Flores, seconded by Ms. Jimenez. All in favor? 3, 4, and 0 against. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Item C, consideration and action to approve Proclamation 2025-017, Hispanic Heritage Month, by Ms. Jimenez.
Thank you, Mayor. So I put this on the agenda because Hispanic Heritage Month actually starts September 15th and goes into October 15th. And Hispanic Heritage Month is muy importante because it celebrates the deep races of Latinas and Latinos and Hispanics in the U.S. history, from the American Revolution to today. Representation matters. Nuestra comunidad leads with business owners. We have so many business owners within our community that are Hispanic. We have artists, we have activists, public servants, and many more. 1 in 4 children in the U.S. are Hispanic or Latino, and the economic output of American Latinos would rank 5th in the world if it was its own country. As the message is an opportunity, to honor our voices, our cultures, our achievements, from music to science to sports. For example, in baseball, about 30% of the MLB players are Latino, such as, if anybody knows, Robert Clemente from the Pirates, or current stars like Francisco Lindor from the Mets. I mean, Hispanics are shaping the game because then we have a Latina who has made history, Linda Alvarado, who's the first woman and the first Hispanic to own an MLB team, which is the Rockies. And if you can't tell, I'm an MLB fan, so thank you. And so just a few words, Hispanic Heritage Month is an opportunity to celebrate, educate, and inspire future generations while recognizing our own Hispanic community. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and read the proclamation, Mayor, if you're ready.
Yes.
Okay. Each year, the United States observes National Hispanic Heritage Month by celebrating the culture, heritage, and countless contributions of those whose ancestors were indigenous to North America, as well as those who came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. And whereas that began in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Johnson, was expanded by President Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period starting on September 15th and ending October 15th. Whereas the date September 15th is significant because it's the anniversary of independence for the Latin American countries of Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Additionally, Mexico and Chile celebrate their Independence Days on September 16th and September 18th, respectively. So this year's theme is Collective Heritage, Honoring the Past and Inspiring the Future, which encourages us to recognize our diversity as our strength, our contributions to the culture, economy, and the future of our nation cannot be denied. We recognize and honor the many ways that Hispanics have enriched the fabric of our society. while rededicating ourselves to address the lack of equal access to opportunity that many still face. Whereas the Hispanic population in the United States is now over 62 million, constituting over 18% of the total population. Specifically, the city of Floresville population has a wide range of nationalities and backgrounds which reflect the remarkable diversity of the American people. And whereas Hispanics continue their rich tradition of significant and diverse contributions to the cultural, educational, economic, and political vitality of the city of Floresville.
Now therefore be it resolved that on this 25th day of September 2025, the city of Floresville does hereby proclaim September the 15th through October the 15th, 2025 as Hispanic Heritage Month, and encourages all residents and city employees to celebrate our unique and vibrant history and recommend ourselves to a shared future of healthy, peaceful, safe, and sustainable communities for all. With that said, do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve proclamation number 2025-017- Hispanic Heritage Month.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Do I have any comments from anyone?
Yes, I
Vice President. Go ahead.
Madam Mayor and Councilwoman Jimenez and Ms. Flores and Mr. Morales, in light of what you just said, you know, it would be something that maybe we could think about next year to have some kind of celebration. You know, I can remember my mom, back in their day, they had things going on in town.
September 16th.
Yeah, I mean, it could kick off before, you know, your September, before the, or October, before the peanut festival, or after, just to get the people motivated to come together and celebrate. I mean, it could be something really, really nice, you know. That's just my opinion. There's so much that I think we could do to help people come together, and I think that's something we really need, you know, at this time. But it could carry on. I mean, that's up to you. That's just my 2 cents. So I think it would be really nice.
Thank you. That's a very good
Thank you.
idea. So, all in favor? 3, 4, 0 against. Motion passes. Consideration and action to approve proclamation 2025-018 National Recovery Awareness Month. Let me see.
Supporting the designation of September 2025 as National Recovery Month. This month, we recognize the more than 21 million Americans in recovery from substance use disorder. They exemplify courage, hope, and resilience as they seek new beginnings and help countless others find pathways to healing. People in recovery serve in every sector of society as business leaders, public